This week on Charger Bulletin News, December marks the start of HIV and AIDS Awareness Month, USGA holds undergraduate first-generation college student forum, and the Caribbean Student Association holds annual talent show auditions. Right here on Charger Bulletin News. Welcome back to the Charger Bulletin News. My name is Valentina Ortiz-Elian.
And my name is Jada Maribel. Let's dive into this week's stories.
December marks the start of HIV and AIDS Awareness Month. The month focuses on raising awareness around important health and safety topics and highlights the national awareness campaigns that occur yearly. A major focus also includes celebrating victories surrounding the improvement of the treatment and the increased access to prevention services. December 1st marks World AIDS Day, an event that has been celebrated since the 1980s that brings more awareness to those who suffered and are currently suffering from HIV and AIDS. HIV stands for Human Immunodeficiency Virus, a disease that can infect humans and weakens the immune system. When left untreated, the virus can evolve and become AIDS, which stands for Acquired Immune Deficiency Syndrome. This World AIDS Day, the Biden administration announced the release of a new global strategy to tackle the HIV and AIDS disease, hoping to terminate it by the end of 2030. For further information regarding HIV and AIDS, contact Health Services via email at healthservices@newhaven.edu.
On Tuesday, November 29th, the Undergraduate Student Government Association held an open forum for first-generation college students. Students were the first in their families to attend college or university, along with working-class students. Mary Lippa, the Vice President of Community, Advocacy, and Diversity, led a discussion with talking points such as intersectionality, learning about college life and norms, among many more. Lippa also started the event with a quote from former First Lady Michelle Obama, which states, "When I first arrived at school as a first-generation college student, I didn't know anyone on campus except for my brother. I didn't know how to pick the right classes or find the right buildings. I didn't even bring the right size sheets for my dorm room bed. I didn't realize those beds were so long, so I was a little overwhelmed and a little isolated," end quote. The Alumni Lounge had chairs arranged in a conversation circle, allowing the discussion to be fruitful and for participants to feel more comfortable. The open forum highlighted some of the issues that not just first-gen and working students, but the whole student body face when navigating college responsibilities so that they could solve these issues early on so current and future students can be successful and comfortable at the university. If you are a first-generation student, you can reach out to the First Generation Student Association or view their events by going to their Instagram at UNH_firstgenstudent or emailing them at fgsa@newhaven.edu. To search for more open forums held by USGA, also go to their Instagram at USGA_New
Now let's head to Sadie with the latest in entertainment. What's happening this week, Sadie?
Thanks, guys. On November 24th, the 96th annual Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade took place and was streamed live on both NBC and CBS. This year, Macy's debuted new balloons such as Bluey, Stuart the Minion, Sinclair Oil's Dino and Baby Dino, and Greg Heffley from Diary of a Wimpy Kid. In addition, 12 other balloons flew, totaling 16 balloons being led down the streets of New York. This year, the classic floats were filled with performers such as Jordan Sparks, Paula Abdul, Sean Paul, and Adam Devine with the cast of Bumper in Berlin, just to name a few. Broadway shows that performed in the Macy's Parade include Funny Girl, A Beautiful Noise, Some Like It Hot, The Lion King, and of course, the Radio City Rockettes. Moulin Rouge and Six the Musical were also shown on CBS. Some claimed this year's parade lacked excitement and did not feel as special as it has in the past. But the parade had 27.7 million viewers, the most it's had in 5 years. Following the parade came what many call the most exciting part of Thanksgiving Day, the National Dog Show. This year, 209 breeds entered the contest. These dogs were narrowed down to the 7 Best in Breed finalists that compete for the ultimate title of Best in Show. For the second time in 4 years, a bulldog was crowned the Best in Show. Winston the French Bulldog won the top title, being the first Frenchie to do so since the contest was first televised in 2002. Winston is owned by Los Angeles Chargers defensive end Morgan Fox and took the internet by storm after his win. On November 25th, boy band Big Time Rush released a brand new single. The song Paralyzed has been much anticipated as it was featured in the Big Time Rush television series, but never released onto streaming platforms. The song reached over 1 million streams in less than a week, as fans are excited to finally listen to one of their favorite songs. Listen to Paralyzed Now on any music streaming service and stay tuned to see what Big Time Rush releases next as they continue their journey as a reunited band. That's all for this week in entertainment. Now let's head to Justin Coviello with the latest happenings around campus.
Thank you, Sadie. This past Wednesday, November 30th, the Caribbean Student Association held auditions for their annual fashion show, coming up on April 22nd to commemorate Black and Latino Alumni Weekend. These auditions were held specifically for the runway models who will be showcasing the apparel at the event, while auditions for the designers will take place in January. The creativity behind the entire show will be student-run, including the hosts, designers, models, DJs, and makeup artists. A lot of hard work is already being put in by the university students to make sure the fashion show is as spectacular as possible. This will be CSA's second in-person fashion show since the COVID pandemic began. The last fashion show's theme was Caribbeans in Paris, held in the spring 2022 semester. This year's theme is still unknown for now, so make sure to follow the Caribbean Student Association to stay up to date on Instagram at newhaven_CSA. Make sure to keep your eyes peeled on the Caribbean Student Association's Charger Connection page for the next batch of designer auditions, the fashion show, and any other events they may host. And for any questions, feel free to email them at csa@newhaven.edu. This Friday, December 2nd at noon, join the Undergraduate Student Government Association at their holiday party in the Alumni Lounge to celebrate the upcoming winter break. At the event, there will be food to munch on, hot chocolate to sip, and a tree that you can help decorate with your wishes for 2023. The event will run until USGA's weekly meetings begin at 2:30 p.m., which is a great way to stay in the know about everything happening on campus. Both the holiday party and the USGA meeting are open for all to attend. The Women of Color Collective will be hosting a networking event this upcoming Monday, December 5th, from 3 p.m. to 5 p.m. in the Alumni Lounge. An RSVP is required to attend, and it is also open to all members of the campus community. The event will feature a panel of women of color faculty and staff members at the University of New Haven. The Women of Color Collective says that it will serve as an opportunity to, quote, connect with women who are professionals from underrepresented racial and ethnic backgrounds, and engage in conversation and gain insight on what it means to be a woman of color in the workplace, end quote. You can find the link to RSVP on their Charger Connection page. Hope to see you there. Now let's go to Charger Bulletin's Chris Elwell with the latest in campus sports.
Thanks, Justin. Winter sports are now in full swing, with both men's and women's basketball more than 4 games into the Northeast 10 Conference. Before we went on Thanksgiving break, both teams hit the road to face St. Rose. While the women's team fell short, the men's team fought into overtime, capturing a win over the Golden Knights. During the break, the men's team traveled to Pennsylvania to face off against the Indiana Crimson Hawks, ranked number 3, and came up short by 5 points, ending the game 65-60. On Wednesday, both teams went head-to-head with American International. At 5:30 p.m., the women started off strong, keeping pace with AIC, but losing strength in the second and third quarters. The game ended in a 71-62 loss. The women's team will return home on Saturday to face Franklin Pierce at 1:30 p.m. In the men's game against the Yellow Jackets, the Chargers kept a strong pace, starting in the first half, going into the second with a 12-point lead. The Chargers were able to maintain a strong lead, ending the game with an 81-54 win. The men's team will also return home to play Franklin Pierce on Saturday, with tip-off scheduled for 3:30 p.m. In international news, the U.S. men's national soccer team has made it to the round of 16 at the World Cup, following a tight 1-0 win over Iran on Tuesday. The national team didn't qualify for the World Cup 4 years ago, but has now bounced back, finishing second within Group B. However, the American team has work to do in finding the back of the net, having only scored 2 goals in their 3 games. The U.S. team is scheduled to face the Netherlands this Saturday at 10 a.m., with Argentina and Australia facing off later in the day at 2 p.m. That's all for sports this week. I'm Chris Elwell. Back to you guys at the desk.
This week, the world's largest active volcano, Hawaii's Mauna Loa, erupted for the first time in nearly 40 years after last showing volcanic activity in 1984. It is the 34th eruption since written history began in 1843. The eruption began on Sunday night at its summit after a series of large earthquakes. As of recent reports, lava is not threatening any populated areas. However, it could reach neighborhoods as it flows downhill over the next week or more. The area is, however, seeing the effects of Mauna Loa's volcanic smog, and local health officials are urging people to cut back on outdoor activities and to exercise that may require heavy breathing. The smaller but far more active neighbor, Kilauea, has been erupting continuously since September 2021 and is well known for a 2018 eruption that destroyed 700 homes in Hawaii. Historically, each Mauna Loa eruption has lasted a few weeks, and it is expected to follow this pattern.
On Saturday, December 3rd at 2 p.m. in the Bucknell Theater in Dodds Hall, there will be a concert held in honor of Ukraine in remembrance of Holodomor, the genocide of millions of Ukrainians from 1932 to 1933. It is also an important event that reminds us of the ongoing invasion of Ukraine by Russia and the lives lost during this invasion. The concert is hosted by the University Department of Music and Professor Victor Marcoux. Admission to the concert is free, but you can still donate to humanitarian relief for Ukrainians affected by the war by visiting givesendgo.com/G2ZXR. For more information about the event, you could call 203-932-7101 or email Professor Marcoux at newhaven.edu.
In an email sent out on Thursday, December 1st, Transportation Services informed the campus community in a change of pickup and drop-off locations for all university shuttles that stop at Maxey Hall. Beginning Monday, December 5th, all university shuttles stopping at Maxey Hall will be covered at the shuttle stop location within the Maxey Visitor parking lot. The temporary shuttle stop that services the Orange, Post Road, and downtown New Haven shuttles will be relocated from the side of Maxey to the Maxey Visitor lot. For more information, refer to the email sent via Outlook by the university's Public Safety and Administrative Services. That's all the time we have for this week.
You can check out the latest Charger Bulletin newspaper on chargerbulletin.com or in newsstands around campus.
Stay up to date by following us on social media at Charger Bulletin.
Check out our link tree for access to our podcast, Behind the Bulletin.
Until next week, I'm Valentina Ortiz-Elian.
And I'm Jada Maribel. Stay safe and thank you for watching.